Got the wintertime sadness. Good morning, Codger Biker here. Today, I'm going to try out my cruise control. Okay, so I'll pull over later and show you it in close-up, but for now, the basic use of this thing is it's got a weird knob, no comments, slightly odd slanted shape, but it's only got 3 positions. You can pull it to the left, which turns it on and off. You can pull it down, which once the cruise control is on will set your speed. You can push it up, which will restore a previously held cruise control position. All very similar to my car, quite familiar for anyone who's used cruise control. There's no radar guidance or anything like that. It was £150 installed for those who asked me the price. That would be, I think it's £78 to buy the actual parts, and then the labour. You could install it yourself relatively easily, although you've got to take the headlight off, I believe, and undo a lot of cabling. But I don't think you can actually enable it yourself. I think you have to, even if you fitted it yourself, you'd have to go to a dealer to have it enabled. One thing, if you do go to a dealer and have anything altered in the electrics, before you ride away, check everything that you've previously had installed is there. Your Bluetooth, your rally mode if you've got it. I'd buy rally mode first if you were only spending that amount of money, because it's about the same price and it's phenomenal. So if you got the R model, you don't have to buy that. I'm talking about for S model owners, we have to pay £140 for rally, but it's well worth it. So anyway, yeah, get your bike checked before you leave, because it's a bit of a pain having to go back, because sometimes I believe there's so many different configurations possible that you could end up inadvertently losing something. They'll always restore it for you, but it's just a nuisance having to go back. So anyway, I'm coming up to a 40-mile-an-hour stretch now, so I'm going to just go into 40 mile an hour. There is a van right up my backside at the moment. Hopefully it'll clear off. So the first test will be 40 miles an hour. To do that, I'll press the button left to turn on the cruise control. That way, at that point, it won't do anything other than it will appear on the dash. So left, there it is on the dash, and I'm going to go up to 40 miles an hour and pull it down, which sets it at 41 miles an hour. Now, there I go, 41 miles an hour, and it will stay at that. The van behind me is right on my backside. I can accelerate away. As long as I don't do it for more than 40 seconds, if I let go, it will go back to its 41 miles an hour. And there you go. Now, once it's set, I can press up, and gradually, if I hold it up for less than 1 second, it will go up, and you'll see it's gone up to 48 miles an hour now. Now, if I touch the clutch brake of any kind or open the throttle, it will tend to reset it. You can see it's on green, but thanks to Steve who sent me a message, you can, if you've got the quick shift enable, change gear. You can hear it was labouring a bit there. So I'm now at a steady 48 mile an hour. I'm just going to join this expressway, and then I'm going to up it. I believe if you hold it a little bit longer than 1 second going up, it will go up in 5 mile an hour increments. Let's try that. Yeah, it's gone up to 50, hold it again, 55, hold it again. I'm on a 60, so I can go to 60. So I'm now on a 60 mile an hour expressway, keeping my eye on that truck in front. As I've got the quick shift, I can still change gear without touching the clutch. And there you go. Steady 60 miles an hour. Likewise, if I want to come down, there's nobody behind me. If I pull it down once, twice, 3 times, that drops me to 57 miles an hour. If I hold it down, it will drop me to 55. Hold it again, 50. I'm just going to accelerate away because there's a van at the side of me. Let's see. So I'm going to set it to 60 miles an hour. I'm going to overtake that truck and then let go, and it goes back to 60 miles an hour, hands off the throttle. Because I haven't accelerated for more than 30 seconds, it returns to it. I think if I brake, it cancels it. I don't think it will return. But if you just briefly overtake, it will go back to it. Right, what happens if you change gear of the clutch, I hear you say? And I don't know, let's see. So, yeah, as soon as I open the clutch, it cancels. This bridge is a 60 mile an hour limit, so I'm going to actually set it to 60 miles an hour and just let it do it. There's my hand. I'm set to 60 miles an hour over the bridge. The light's on green to show me the cruise control's enabled. I can still change gear using the quick shift as long as I don't touch the clutch. That's 5th, that's 4th, that's 5th again. I'll leave it in 5th. Nice and steady. So there we have it. Quite versatile. Obviously has no smarts whatsoever. The main use for this in England is I know I have a lot of viewers over in America. Over here we tend not to use it so much on the motorways or highways as you call them, but possibly more on a road like this where it's average speed cameras and 60 miles an hour, so it's quite useful really. So I just nip into this left hand lane here, pull it down again to restore it. Hang on, set it to 60 sorry. So I set it to 60, restore it, and I'm going across the bridge without touching the throttle. Touch the brake, it cancels. If I pull it to the left, it turns it off. So it's not overly useful this morning because there's a lot of traffic travelling a lot less than the average speed limit, so won't worry too much. But I know when I've ridden across country, your hand does get quite tired just holding at say 75 miles an hour. I mean 70 miles an hour obviously, not 80 or 90, but 70 miles an hour steady can be quite tiring, so it is quite useful. So at 50 miles an hour, now if I hold it to accelerate for more than 30 seconds, I'll just go up to 55, it's flashing to tell me that I'm exceeding what it's set at. At the moment I think it will return because it's flashing, still flashing, flashing. Try to hold it for 30 seconds, a bit difficult on this bit of road. So it does give you quite a long time to, and now it's reset, look, it's gone to orange and gone off. So it does give you quite a long time for overtaking before it resets. Anyway, I'm heading back into suburbia, so I'm going to turn it off. Left button. Is this thing on? Okay, we'll just stay here for a little bit of autumn shrubbery. It's actually an oak tree. Little oak tree. From little acorns do mighty oaks grow. There's one on its way. I'll just show you close with the cruise control. You've got your 3 positions: on, off, restore if you've already got a mile per hour saved, but you set it initially by pulling it down. Once it's set, you can flick it up, which will take it up in 1 mile an hour increments, or down, or you can hold it up and it will go up to the nearest 5 mile an hour and then go up in 5 miles an hour if you hold it again. If you pull the clutch, you pull the brake, it will reset. If you open the throttle, you've got 30 seconds, which is quite a long time actually to overtake, and then it will go back to where it was. If like me, you're fortunate to have a quick shift, thanks to Steve who gave me this tip, you can change gear without affecting it, which is quite useful because as he said, if you're going uphill you might want to just drop down a gear even though you're maintaining the same speed, or if you're just cruising you might want to chuck it into a higher gear as I just did. So here's the switch unit that came off the bike. So you buy this piece, I think it's about £78, and then you install it, and you can see that it's exactly the same, like for like, apart from that one strange looking button, and then the wiring goes down to wherever it goes. I think you could do it quite easily, but you wouldn't be able to, or I wouldn't be able to enable the functionality, as the word has it these days, functionality. Okay, so that's about it really. I hope that was of some use. I'm just going to shout at a field for a bit. Oi, field! That's what you do when you get to a certain age. You go out and shout at fields. I don't like your field. And you feel bad and you go, sorry field, it wasn't you, it was me. I was just wound up. You're a lovely field. Please forgive me, and I'll see you again next time. Codger Biker is out.